Hey guys, it's your girl Bad on BB here, and I get this question so much. How much tea should you take? And I wanted to take a few minutes and give you that information, so stay tuned. So, all of the instant Iaso teas, whether you're taking the lemon flavored CBD Iaso tea, my fave, whether you're taking the original instant Iaso tea with no CBD in it, or the raspberry flavored hemp infused no THC Iaso tea, the directions are pretty much similar for the flavored CBD teas. The CBD teas, they say take one a day before eating. And you guys already know that my favorite way to take these is first thing in the morning in 8 ounces of hot water. And that's what me and the clients who listen to me find works best for them. But as far as how many you take, start slow. A lot of you are new to detoxing and you don't know how your body is going to react. So just because you saw some influencer or heard from one of your friends who has a completely different body chemistry, different genetics, possibly different physical ailments, that does not mean your body is the same. We all have different blood types, different backgrounds, different stressors that affect our health. And it's important that you learn your body. My personal journey with holistic health and thus these health products has all been about not just taking the doctor's word for my health or taking my mom or people around me's word, but finding out what really works for my body and getting to know my body. So I don't believe that any TLC distributor is personally qualified to tell you how many you need. All we can do is give advice. The same way that none of us are physicians, and we cannot tell you that any of these products prevent, cure, or mitigate any diseases, because that's not true. So when you're dealing with health supplements, it's very important, like anything else, to know that you need to figure out your body. The same way I had to figure out with autoimmune issues, I have very low vitamin D. So other people's vitamin D, it wasn't going to work. I had to find the dosage that worked for me and brought my body to equilibrium. So the same thing goes for health supplements. You need to start slow and then see how your body reacts to make sure that you don't even have adverse reactions. Then you can add based on the reaction you would like to have. For some people, if they might be larger or they might have more of a history of constipation, depending on their diet, they might need more than one Iaso tea. For me personally, I've been taking just one Iaso tea, and over time, it's been over a year now, I don't even take one Iaso tea like I used to. I used to take these 5 to 7 days out of the week. Now I'm down to about 3 days out of the week because of the dietary changes I've had. If you're somebody who eats a lot more greasy food and more processed food, which I don't advise at all, and I'm sure your doctor doesn't, or anybody who's into any type of medical research, especially my fellow Black people who have a much higher rate of heart disease and diabetes, both things that you don't have to be overweight to have, because you wouldn't believe the people in my family have the issues that they have. They would all be skinny and good looking, and then their doctor reports and the prescriptions they're on say completely different things, which is why I'm on this health journey with you guys now. So it's important that you take into account the things that you're eating as to what you're detoxing. I always tell my clients, don't detox to retox. If you're on the whatever I want to eat diet, like, you need to detox probably more than somebody who's vegan and just trying to do a cleanse, an herbal cleanse, and they take a good healthy amount of vitamins. Or somebody who is on an anti-inflammatory diet like myself. I found that works really well with my body and the types of meats, because I'm not fully plant-based yet, but the type of meats I bring home are all grass-fed and organic. So my food has less toxins in it. I don't feel as constipated or bloated as I used to with my IBS-C symptoms. So 1 tea a day was fine for me. Now on days that I would pig out and I knew I was eating out a lot, I was drinking a lot of alcohol, and I had dairy products and all kind of things that I knew I was gonna pay for later, that I know I'm prone to constipation with, I would have to double up my teas. So for me, that meant the best way for me was taking 2 in the morning in about 18 or 16 ounces of hot water before I even eat my breakfast. Or I would just take 1 later, and I don't advise anybody take their tea before bed ideally, because you will wake up dehydrated. This tea is meant for you to take while drinking water to help flush the toxins out of your system on a cellular level. So I don't advise it, but I would take it midday or in the evening prior to eating, just to make sure I got that stuff out of me. Because I don't know if any of the people watching me have IBS-C like I had it, but when I had it, man, they put me on a prescription drug called Linzess that was so terrible to me. I said, I'd rather just be constipated. I would go days to weeks without using the bathroom and feeling completely bloated and lethargic. And obviously, when your colon is that bloated, you have a leaky gut, which leads to multiple other health-related issues, because all disease starts in the gut. So detoxing was important to me. It is important to me now, but I make sure that I keep myself regulated by having a healthy diet, drinking a healthy amount of water. Not the Coca-Cola that you can clean your pans with. Water, okay? And I love to, and because of that, like, I already have a regular cleanse. Now, I'm not gonna advise if you're having adverse reactions like cramping, or you notice that you're just having more serious reactions, to even just 1 sachet. Lighten your dosage to your preference. If you feel like you're a little heavier, you definitely are full of crap and you have problems, you need to double up sometimes, or maybe triple up. I've heard that from some people. But that's how I feel about the instant sachets, specifically pertaining to the CBD teas. With the regular tea, this is advised that you take 1 sachet. Yeah, they're all the same way. All of these teas, the CBDs and the instants, they're all advised to take the same way. I always tell my clients to take it 8 ounces of hot water in the morning before even eating, because it's gonna take you about 5 to 8 hours to get that experience if you have the regular system. If you have a cleaner colon system, it might be less than that. If your colon is a little dirtier, I would say usually 5 to 8 hours till you have a nice bathroom experience and detox your body on a cellular level. Now, as far as the Iaso brew tea, if you're taking the original brew tea, it's advised that you take 2 cups of brew tea a day, approximately 8-ounce cups, right? 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening before eating, right? Well, I take my cups early in the day. I just prefer that my system is already preparing to clean itself out as soon as humanly possible, which is before I even eat breakfast. So, which for me is a green smoothie. I usually have fight smoothies this morning. So I feel like things like that produce so much fiber and goodness have helped cleanse my system to the point where I don't need the teas as much as I used to take them. So, if you're taking the brew tea, I would advise with this, definitely start off with 2 cups, because this is a watered down brewed tea, right? If you follow the directions properly, and I've done a video on how you can brew the tea, stay on that and it'll tell you, take 2 cups of tea. I definitely advise you take 1 in the morning at least. And if you still don't seem to be having a regular bowel movement essentially, try, you know, give it 5 to 8 hours and then take another cup of the brew tea, because that's definitely gonna get it for you. In my case, 2 has been too much for me. I take 1 cup of the brew tea a day, and this is my favorite of all the teas for actually losing weight. I've answered the age-old question, how many teas you should take, starting off with the Iaso teas. Of course, there is no community without the U and the I, so if you have any questions, comments, or concern, first start off with giving your girl a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, but leave any questions, comments, or concerns below. And if you have something that you want to ask but you don't want to ask below, I'm very available to everybody on social media, so check your girl out. In the meantime, in between time, thank you for watching. It's your girl Bad on BB. It's your girl Bad on BB. Over and out.